Mr. Bandwagon 11 Manager, chaps, been out for a while. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, and you?
Okay, no, we're good. Thank you. We're good. We're good. I'm going to start with the heavy question, the big question, the most important question here is, do you think you can still catch the number one rank in the league here?
Hey, that's a tough one, eh? That's a tough one. Look, never say never. That's all I'm going to say. Never say never. Anything can happen. We still have, I think, round about just over 20 game weeks to go. So, yeah, there's still a chance. I have a chance. I mean, the guy's just over 100 points away. That's literally basically like not more than 5 game weeks of him having terrible game weeks. So, yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. That's all I'm going to say.
Right, thanks, chaps. How you, brother?
I'm good, you man.
I'm good. Look, I'm actually very pleased with what I'm seeing in your team. That you've just gone out and been bold with not having Haaland for Gameweek 17. Take us through that.
Yeah, what can I say? I'm back at it again. I'm about to cause myself more heartache. But the reason being is, yeah, you know what? Haaland has got this injury. So I thought, let me make a change quick before, you know, the guys that I want to get a price rise. He won't be injured for that long anyway. So, and the plan was to transfer him out while they are away for the Black Game Week. So just that I had to do it earlier than I expected. So yeah, so that was the plan initially. Just
Very well, very well. So is Haaland the only transfer plans that you've made? I understand that he's opened up a lot of money in the bank for you, having no wild card. What are your transfer plans? Maybe not this game week, but looking forward, considering you have no wild card.
I tell you what, that Haaland injury just messed things up for me. I mean, it was bad enough as it is that Trippier got that suspension. Now it was even worse that both my goalkeepers, you know, possibly injured, and it looks like they might be injured for a while. So literally right now, I took a hit. I took out Haaland and I took out Johnston. So I brought in Neto there. And yeah, so I'm sitting at a hit now. Look, depending on what happens between now and deadline day, I could actually make another transfer, okay, depending on what happens. So I could go as far as taking 8 points or maybe even 12 points at this rate. But my team looks settled right now. In terms of future plans, look, it'll have to depend. I mean, I don't like taking a lot of hits back to back. But the way that, you know, all these teams are not performing the way they should be, it's disappointing. And, you know, it really puts stress on a manager in terms of trying to predict which players to go for every weekend. You know, because, you know, for instance, players like Diaby, he hasn't been starting the last couple of games because Bailey has been in such good form. But now Bailey looks like he limped off, might have an injury. So now he's back again. Don't know whether Diaby will be on good form or not. Palmer, Chelsea is up and down. You don't know what's going on there. I think they've lost 2 or 3 games in a row now. Gordon Newcastle and Gordon, they just got thrashed by Spurs. So it's Arsenal just got beat by Aston Villa. I mean, the only team you can currently depend on, or the only person you can depend on right now is Salah. He's definitely going to start. He's still consistent as ever. Alvarez is Alvarez. He just pitches in whenever. But hopefully now that Haaland's away, that maybe he'll become the main guy and he'll score some more goals. And then this season looks like for defenders, they're not getting any clean sheets. So it's really difficult to choose in terms of the backline. So in terms of future plans, it's more of, for me, it's more of a week by week type of situation. So I'm not going to stress myself in terms of looking at 2, 3, 4 game weeks ahead right now. I can't really look that far. And especially now that it's December and the fixtures are so close together, it's really difficult to plan that far ahead.
All right, no, thanks, chaps. I think like this whole Haaland being injured and game week 18, that's going to be a blank for him, has really made life, I think, a tad bit easy for who to captain in terms of game week 17. And I also see that you've gone for Salah. Is there any other player that maybe you would have considered in your team? Just looking at the run that the teams have had.
At the moment, based on my squad alone, there's only one person, and it's Salah. Yeah, he's the obvious choice. But for instance, if I did have Son, then I would have picked him as probably a different captain. He would have been probably a differential captain. But other than that, for me, I don't see anybody who sort of stands out at the moment. Some people might say Watkins, but for me, I feel like with Aston Villa, they're a little bit up and down. Reason why I say that is because they're much better at home than away, and currently at the moment they're playing away this weekend. So for this weekend, I don't think Watkins is much of a pick. But so for this game week, probably like 80% Salah and then maybe 20% Son. But for me, based on my team, it's Salah is the only choice at the moment.
Thanks, chaps. You say that you could potentially be making another transfer, taking another hit or two. We understand that a lot of the big teams are actually playing at home. In this case, like Chelsea, Bournemouth being on fire as well, Solanke is somebody you can take a punt on. Who would you be taking a punt on this game week, looking at the fixtures and the teams in form?
Yeah, look, Solanke is a good punt for a striker. Yeah, especially since they're playing Luton at home. So that's one punt. But interesting punt for me in midfield would be Tavernier from Bournemouth. The guy takes set pieces, corners, and he starts almost every game. So for me, that would be another punt I would take. Other than that, for this game week, that's pretty much it. To be honest, another one, if you really want to take a like not a serious punt, but really trying your luck, is maybe a Liverpool player. And when I say a Liverpool player, probably probably a Szoboszlai, because the way Man United is playing at the moment, it's not really inspiring. So I feel like, and especially since Liverpool will be playing at home and they're always pumped for these big games, I feel like United are in for a tough time. We might see a high scoring game, but yeah, with Liverpool scoring most of the goals. And Yeah, maybe even Gordon. Maybe even Gordon, simply because they are playing at home. Simply because they're playing at home. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, chaps.